Well, I think the word reneged's a bit tame. I mean, they lied. I mean, you've been at the top of politics. Can you survive lying like Anthony Albanese and Jim Chalmers did about those stage 3 tax cuts? Hundreds of times. And the key to this is during an election campaign. So they were convincing people to vote for them on the promise that you'd get your tax cut. And once elected, it gets chucked out the window. How does any politician survive that?
Oh, I don't think they will get away with it. I think they're thinking that the politics is marvellous for them. I think they think it's finely calibrated so that every child wins a prize. But I don't think they get away from the simple fact that they have lied about it, and that they will be reminded, the community will be reminded about that by the coalition on and on and on. And, it was interesting before just seeing Albo use some words on an issue that was exactly the same as the words he's been using for the last 2 years, essentially, which is, I've got no plans. I've got no, my position is that I've got no plans. Well, what about negative gearing now? Will they break their word on that? Capital gains tax, 50% discount on assets that have been held for over 12 months. What about the capital gains tax exemption on the family home? These are all things that he and Chalmers committed to, and frankly, we cannot believe any of that now. That is what will come back to haunt them. So I think they think they've been smart. I think it's going to burn them in the long run.
So he let you down? Has he disappointed you, Anthony Albanese? I mean, I've watched his political career for years. I got to know him reasonably well when I was in Sydney. I thought when he won the election that he would do a much better job, but he seems to have shrunk into the job.
Yeah, and look, let me say this, that when I was the Lord Mayor of Brisbane, this is going back about... it's certainly 14, 15 years ago, he was extremely helpful to me. And there is a tunnel in this city called the Legacy Way Tunnel, which he was instrumental in getting across the line with a commitment of $500 million. I had a lot to do with him in those days. And you know what? I thought he was a great bloke. I thought he was someone who wanted to get things done. And I was very alarmed at one stage subsequent to that when he said the famous line, or the infamous line about, I just want to fight Tories. And I was very disappointed about that. My wife, by the way, was incandescent and never lets me forget it. But, at that moment, I saw a different side of him. And since he's been the PM, he has disappointed. And, today again saying, I want to bring people together, but he doesn't. He keeps setting us against each other, whether it be on race, whether it be on economics, industrial relations, the list, but he's running a government that is highly anti-business. It just mounts up, and now the deceit of this. Disappointing.